Well, how the hell is everybody doing? Tiny did not get processed into hamburger patties yet. He's getting close. He's on his last leg. He's getting fed out right now. Yeah, he'll be in the freezer here for too long. So let's see here. Who's all in? Aaron, I see you. AG, nice to see you. Catherine, good to see you. Been a while. Oh. So how's everybody doing? Australia has become a shit show. I see that. Oh yeah, he's still kicking. That's alright. Yeah, tonight we're gonna have a little fun. Anybody who wants to come up on panel, if you are a member of the Montana Free Discord, head in there and take a look. No, Aaron, I'm not here to judge about anything. If you think the vaccine was going to help you out, do it, man. I don't have a problem with vaccines. I have a problem with people telling me I have to take a vaccine. By the way, I'm trying my damnedest to get kicked off of YouTube tonight, so we're going to have some fun talking about this stuff. Has anybody been practicing the bowling knot? Krusty's in here. I know he's been practicing. Yeah. Yeah, that family pressure, sometimes that's... Ooh. Sarge, that doesn't sound fun at all. You've been practicing for 30 years. Yeah. Still, I'm sitting here playing with this thing. Been practicing not bowling? No, bowling or bowline or however you want to say it. Uh-oh. Looks like Mr. Grot is going to be joining us tonight. That's good. We'll have a little fun with him. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to keep Grot off for a little while I talk about some stuff, but we're just gonna have a nice little conversation. Then we're gonna do a little DIY project, some travel, setting up a crap, all that fun. So I do need to make sure. Hold on, just a second. We may need to set something up here a little. That's like yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Please hold for the next available operator. Oop. Oh. Almost all filled in. There we go. Whoa. Don't need that. Good old smart mouses. Grot had to drop out and come back in. Hopefully hopefully we can get him on the line. His cell service isn't too bad. Grot, can you hear me? He'll stand by. All right. Okay, let's see here. I guess one of my big hang-ups that I heard today, and just figured I wanted to talk about it quickly. There's been a lot more people getting sick around me with the COVID deal and not, the whole 9 yards. And trying to figure out so I heard a study today that 80% of the people that were 7 one was 2/3 of the people that are in hospital right now have been vaccinated. Australia's going nuts. In fact, if Smokey Randy was on here, I'd push him to try to get on a mic, because I want to know what's going on down there. It sounds crazy. I don't get why they're pushing something so hard that's not effective, is my thing. But I don't know. Quite confusing to me. Yeah, and I'm not using code words. Hell with it. Kick me off. I don't care. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try to avoid that. Hey, Mighty Tort. How's it going, bud? Could probably test audio for Grot, but by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but Catherine is in the house. Good to see you, Catherine. You've been missed. Oh. Hola, it's me. How's it going? Nice to see you over here. Hopefully Krusty shows up here pretty quick, because he was bragging about how quickly he can tie a bowling knot. Wanted to pick on him a little bit. Gonna have a little bit of a challenge. But yeah. Walk away, Joe. Yeah. And I gotta be honest with you, sir, I don't care anymore. I don't know, he said he could do it fairly quick. Oh, there's old Uncle Krusty. How's it going there, old boy? Krusty, I wanted to give you crap. We were going to see how long it took you to tie that bowling knot. Since you're claiming you're pretty quick at that little knot. Yeah, good. I got some pictures of a spring trap, or a, well, I guess we call them L7 trap, but show you why here after a bit. We're going to actually carve up a trigger tonight. Live, so hopefully you guys can hang around and watch that. Probably do that while we're cussing and discussing. You'll have to get your rope. Yeah, don't tie your damn robe. What are you putting in all caps? Where's Randy? I don't know where he's at. I kind of want to talk to him tonight. See what the hell's going on over there in Aussie land. Yeah. Old Krusty. How quick can you do it, buddy? Without looking. Think I'll beat you, but I'm not for sure. I wanted to talk to you about that toggle that you were having trouble getting tied too. Oh, Australia is a... Yeah. No, what you need to do is look to Australia. Because I'm telling you, what they can get away with there, so goes the rest of the nation. The rest of the world. So our folks over in Australia are... I don't know, not good. But I think what we should do... What do you think about bringing Grodd on? We'll have a little discussion with him. We're talking trapping tonight, so hopefully... I'm just guessing, the man has a few ideas of his own along the lines of trapping. So, I'm going to, we're going to go away to the panel shot here, I think. Go right here. And, Grodd, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on. And you might want to back your camera up just a titch there, sir. Hey, there you go.
How's it going?
Just want to make sure. How's the audio out there, guys? Can everybody hear? You used to have a TV that looked like that? Uh-oh. I don't know if we lost Grodd or not. Maybe he's screwing with me and just holding real still. If we did, we'll get him back here shortly. There he is. Okay. How are you, sir?
I'm awesome, Montana. How you doing, sir?
Oh, you know what? I'm finer than frogs hair. So, how's life in Texas?
Hot, so it's hot still.
Okay.
There aren't any hurricanes right now, so that's useful.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, a lot less water without them, so that's good. So,
have you been listening to any of the extended weather forecasts there, sir?
For here, so no. So we have a weather guy that works for us, and that's his only job. And so he hangs out in our hangar with us, and every morning he briefs us, on the stuff coming out of Africa. And so far, the last 5 systems coming out of Africa are hitting Bermuda. So unless you're in Bermuda, you're going to be okay.
Gotcha. I know they were talking that this winter might be a little shitty for you guys. Kind of a replay of last year. For Texas, cold, anyway. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do good when it gets cold up here.
Well, you guys went and put like sprinkler lines in your walls and didn't insulate them, and that's not a good idea.
No, they blow up.
Yeah, we don't do that stuff up here. If it catches fire in the wintertime, the hell with it. But yeah, no, I think that was 90% of the problem down there last year, wasn't it? Was the uninsulated walls and water lines?
So that was a big problem with the individual houses, but we had other problems so we went to alternative energy, which is really not dependable and generally unreliable. And so when we had the freeze, it was exacerbated, and then nobody had any electricity. So that's a problem here when it gets cold because people aren't prepared for it. And so then there just wasn't any electricity. And so people got really cold and they started dying. But I would attribute that to alternative energy, which is going to save the world but kill all the Texans.
Well, that's one way to put it. Yeah. Well, did you see Greta? She was on TV again.
Oh, I can't believe I missed her. What did she have to do?
Oh boy, she was angry. She was, we can pick on her now. We can legally do that on YouTube even over the age of 18. So, yeah. So she's a little Adolf-ish, if you know what I mean. She's kind of getting a little spooky. Yeah.
She always was. She always wasn't right.
Oh yeah. She had the speech wasn't really that, I don't know, thrilling or impactful, but just the amount of anger that was going along with it and the crazy amount of people in the stands that were clapping right along with her.
Yeah, kids shouldn't be that angry.
No. I mean, what does an 18-year-old... Yeah, exactly.
She's an 18-year-old kid, and her life is not... Her life should never be a place where she's that angry, No. Well, in her life is not. Abuse or something, like, if there was abuse or something, okay, I could see why, like, maybe you were like that angry, and maybe that's even excusable. But her perception of the world getting warmer, when that's probably not a good reason, in my opinion.
Well, she's 18 years old, so how long has she experienced the warmer weather? Just curious. I mean, come on.
I don't know, because when I was in elementary school, I promise, I'm not kidding. When I was in elementary school, they were teaching me about how the entire world was going to freeze over.
Oh yeah, global cooling.
Really smart people. Totally in science class in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And the really smart scientists were trying to figure out how they could put pollutants in balloons and put them up in the atmosphere to cause greenhouse radiation.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, so, I mean,
wasn't that the Al Gore days? Wasn't that his big pitch was going to be a global winter that we were going to go into?
Oh, I can't. Their emergency always changes, so I'm not sure what it was.
Well, and then you remember the ozone? Oh my God, we were punching holes in the ozone layer, and we were all going to die from radiation, and
and everyone was going to be dead by like 2015.
Yeah, we had to stop selling. What the hell was it? It was
something C's.
Yeah, but remember, it was a type of hairspray. CFOs? No.
That's right.
But yeah, it was like the Aquanet or whatever the hell it was back in the day.
But can you remember how good people's hair was back in the 90s, though?
Oh man, now it's well.
Oh, they don't even care. Yeah. I got high school kids coming over to my house in mullets, but the 90s, that hair was awesome. The bangs that the girls had in the 80s, dude, it took a lot of hairspray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the tidal wave that was cresting over their head type thing.
Yeah, awesome. Hot.
AG says cow farts. Yep, yeah. That's the problem. There's too many cows out there farting in the world. Oh. And then I saw, did you see the printed chicken that they're doing now?
3D printed chicken?
Yeah.
You can 3D print food?
Printed and cooked at the same time.
Sounds
with
like
lasers. Yeah, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? You have laser cooked 3D printed chicken. Mmm.
Soylent Green. There you go.
Oh, don't you be saying stuff like that now. 1984 all over again. Well, red dust. What? Yeah. So I understand you're thinking about opening a firearms business.
Yeah. So I filed with the state. I'm just waiting for them to come back. I'm doing the business plan right now, finding wholesalers. Yep. So trying to figure out some good wholesalers. If you know some good wholesalers, and you want to throw me a couple bones, then.
I'm trying to think. I know CCI and Blackhawk are out here.
Yeah.
Depends on what style you're getting into. If you're going more, black scary gun, because God knows everything's scary about a black gun. then I don't know if I have much, but there is a really, really well made long range guy out here in Kalispell, Montana.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for a custom long range rifle, he could hook you up. They're not cheap. I mean, they're like $8-9 grand. But, you know, 1/2 inch sub MOA at 800 yards. So, I'm not complaining.
You know, 1 or 2 of those in the shop.
Yeah.
Just for, you know, that's a lot of, what do they call that? They call that carrying costs, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of liquid asset that's sitting there. Can you guys, now, is Texas, can you get 50 cal down in Texas and it's not a problem? Or
No,
is
not a
that
problem?
Okay? I know it's slowly. Texas is slowly turning Dem. What the hell's going on there? What's wrong with you guys?
California.
Houston, Dallas, they're all.
I'm gonna say something that So California is number 1, and then the new citizens coming from the south.
Yeah, we got a few of those up here in Montana. That was outstanding news.
Yeah.
We had our
congratulations.
We had our first group of nations.
I'm sure that you have the same. I'm sure you value the same things.
Oh yeah. The only good news is I'm hoping it's a really, really cold winter.
Scare more.
Chase them some bitches right out.
Be like, no, we'll go back down to Texas. Shoot.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, can you really call Texas a state anymore? Because technically it's open border, so it's part of Mexico, isn't it?
I'm still in the military, so I'm not going to say what I want to say. But yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I know you're still in the Air Force. When is your when is the Air Force? Well, no.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to pull that punch. I had to.
Yep.
Yeah. The hearings currently are really interesting. Put it that way. I know. Shake your head. Don't say anything. There you go. But yeah, I just. Anyway. So we have new information coming out about the big stick that everybody's ignoring. We have Texas that is slowly becoming Little Haiti. Let's see, what else is all going? Uh-oh. Did I interrupt someone?
Oh, no. My oldest came in here and said, hey, Dad. Hey, bud.
Have you had a chance to go out and play with your new toy?
Ooh, yes.
Uh-huh.
I did.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the type of toy that cycles on the back and forth?
It does.
Okay.
I'm not going to use too many words because
I know that's
still being litigated. So I'm just going to say that toy is really fun. And everyone pay attention. I just sold it today on Texas Gun Trader. So I no longer have that toy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say I blame you. I mean,
yeah.
I've gotten rid of mine too.
Sometimes I just wanted to play with it once, and I did, and it was really awesome. And so now I don't have it.
Yeah, well, and that's why I've moved on to slingshots now. That's all I have is slingshots, and I'm sure at some point in time those will be regulated. So
Probably nothing more than 200 feet per second.
Yeah. Now,
Yep.
I would recommend. Have you looked into any of the high-powered air rifles yet?
I did look into it after you had spoken about it last.
What's your thoughts?
There are some. Man, they're expensive.
Well, they are, but
they're effective.
Yeah. I guess I looked at it this way. If I was buying a Ruger PC carbine, which I no longer have and sold on Gun Trader, And I paid, I don't know, $700 for that, being a takedown. $900 for something that I don't have to tell the big boss man that I have it, kind of thing. Might be worth the extra $200.
Tracking. And, yeah, there is an intangible value in that, and I recognize that. That's and it's priced at such a point to where like you're like, I don't really want to pull the trigger on something like that, but there are all these intangibles like you're enumerating. So
well, and they shoot lead ammo. Yeah, they do work. Back down in your country, you should probably start to see more and more of them rolling around for hog hunting, I'm guessing. I know a lot of guys are getting hot and heavy on them for that, but the nice part about the air rifles, they're slow enough moving that God, anymore I have to sit here and censor myself, and I'm trying to figure out how to say it. The ability to manufacture the projectile yourself is a lot easier in something that does not have to be, let's say, jacketed with copper, because they move slow enough.
Right. Yep. Or purchase through a broken logistics system.
Yeah, that right now is... It still hasn't came back here. I can't get most ammunition here. I cannot get any reloading supplies here outside of bullets I can get my hands on. But as far as anything that makes it go boom, can't touch, can't find. And when you do find it, it's so ridiculously priced that it's not affordable anymore. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you that stopped in. Yeah, they knock down hogs, no problem.
Shop down here that's in a storage facility, and I was in that facility a couple of days ago on Monday, and they had a ton of things that go boom for reloading. And it was reasonably priced. So
really,
at least down here, yeah, and so reloading down here doesn't save you any money. It comes out to just like if you were to buy a complete round.
Yeah.
So it's not saving you any money, but you are practicing a useful skill and having those parts on hand.
Yeah.
It will be a logistical concern later.
Yeah, and what I do like about it is if you've ever taken apart factory ammunition and weighed all of its parts, there's a reason that you get a squib round every once in a while that doesn't quite hit where you're aiming. I've taken apart, what the hell? Oh, Lake City. You know what Lake City is. Taking some of their stuff apart just to see. We pulled a bullet, dumped powder. Their rounds were anywhere from 2 to 5 grains of powder off per shell. So 5 grains of powder makes a hell of a difference when you start reaching out there with it. If all you're worrying about is spray and pray, yeah, it works fine. But when you're worrying about accuracy, it's nice to load your own. Now, you're right, it does not save you any money anymore. Until you get into the more expensive projectiles, let's say. Like my Barnes TTSXs, they're, when you're talking solid copper and CNC turned, and to buy that preloaded, it's kind of expensive ammunition, but I can load it for... I think the last time I bought a loaded box for $270 was 20 rounds was just over $50. But you can load it for $150 a round. So,
wow, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, like I said, when you get into the higher priced, projectiles, that's when it starts saving money. But if you're loading 9mm or 223, no, not really. I mean, unless you're unless you're crazy like me and watch every shelf, and I came across Hornady made you know the VMAX bullet for 223. They made a ZMAX bullet back when the zombie thing was all going on. And the only difference between a ZMAX and a VMAX is the tip is fluorescent green instead of red. Well, I came across some that were getting clearanced out because Cabela's realized that zombie killing bullets are really not that important. And I bought 500 bullets now, not loaded, for I think it was $26. So I bought every box that they had, so I can reload 223 for a while. And I may or may not have had somebody that I knew in the Air Force at one point in time that I have a lot of 223 that I can reload. Like 12 30 caliber ammo cans full of empties.
Oh my God.
And then,
wow.
Of course, you know, there's some 308 stuff in there too. He doesn't. He no longer is at the Air Force Base for reasons unknown. But yeah, he actually retired. He was in the Air Force. Then he came out as a civilian contractor, but he was working in the armory, and he said, nobody watches this stuff, so if you want it, come get it. So little did he know that there was somebody watching it, because like 2 years later they got in trouble for getting rid of brass, because I guess it was supposed to go scrap. Whoops.
So my munitions troops, they track every single piece of brass coming out of the armory. So we have these custody accounts for our security forces guys and our cops, and so we courtesy store all of their ammunition, and so then we'll administer some of it to them, and they'll go out and train a bunch of airmen. But when they bring that brass back, our guys count all the brass before we send it to San Antonio for DRMO.
Really?
So, really.
Whoops.
So we watch the brass, and I every 6 months have to sign a certificate as the commander, accounting for every one of those rounds. So the fact that you got that many ammo cans from some dude, some commander got fired.
Yeah. Well, and that was just the 5.56. There's some 308 too in there. That's probably about 4 or 5 ammo cans of that. But I won't say his name. But he knows who he is, and I really do appreciate it.
I'm sure.
Let me tell you though, that frickin' 5.56 ammunition is not fun to frickin' reload. You have to swedge.
What do you not like about it?
Well, you have to swedge every primer pocket, because the military decided to crimp and seal every primer. Yeah, that's a blast, punching those out and then having to swedge that primer pocket so it accepts a factory reload primer. Not fun at all. But I don't know. You can get the job done, but it takes. It's a good day of just sitting back and doing that. So you guys don't get to have fun anymore like that. What the hell?
Well, speaking of brass, though, I just got a ultrasonic cleaner for cleaning out all that brass and handgun parts and bolt carrier groups and that kind of thing.
Did you get a Hornady or a Lyman or?
So I got a Lyman, but I was looking at Hornady. They make an AR-15 shaped deep cleaner. Have you seen that thing?
I have. Kind of pricey, but
it is kind of pricey. But it's still half as cheap. So it's, what is it now? I think it's around $800.
Yeah.
But you can clean the full upper on that, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, just dunk and go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. After I went and played on Monday, whew, that thing was dirty.
Well, what you're shooting some shitty ammunition there, bud. What the hell?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was.
Wolf.
I won't admit that.
All right, fine. I'll stop picking on your ammo. But actually, now here's a funny little trick for you. So that Lyman ultrasonic cleaner. So is yours the gray plastic with the 3 buttons on the front and the timer?
It is.
Take a look at Harbor Freight.
They have an $89 ultrasonic cleaner. That thing is cheap but effective.
And it is the exact same damn thing as the Lyman one without the basket.
It's wild. Yeah.
So
they change their brand every couple of years, but it's basically the exact same thing, just with it's rebranded. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's always around $89, $90. Yep.
And then if you wait and you get your little 10% or 20% coupon off, and So for the folks out there that don't want to spend the money on the Lyman, now don't get me wrong, I have 2 Lymans, but I have looked into purchasing another another cleaner for. Well, when you're doing that much 223, it takes a lot of cleaners. Let's put it that way. The other thing, do you use a tumbler for your polisher?
No.
Ah, you don't tumble. Ooh. What am I gonna do with you? You just clean and go? What is this? What?
Yep.
Gotta be pretty. They gotta be shiny. Easier to engrave people's names on them. But now I do polish mine just because, take some of the. Well, have you noticed when you sonic clean how you'll get the water spots on them? So it takes that off, and that's I'm anal about my ammunition. What can I say? But they make a gigantic tumbler at Harbor Freight, and I think what the hell did we have in it? It'll do something like 250 5.56 spent casings at a time. So yeah, fill it up with their walnut that they got and let her buck. Now you want to put the damn thing out in a garage somewhere, because otherwise you won't sleep at night. Other than that, it works really well. In case anybody out there is thinking about getting into let's say high production for some reason, yeah, I look at it this way: every magazine needs to be loaded, so I have to clean a lot of brass. So, an empty mag doesn't do me any damn good at all. Now, are you shooting optics on your new toy?
I am. So I've got a SIG red dot on one. So one of them I just installed I made it completely tactical. So I put the trigger on there and did a folding stock on it, and then put a SIG red dot on it. And then on a different one, I put a 6x scope on it. It's probably 8 inches long. It's pretty big.
Okay. All right.
But it's good to about 400 yards, which is good for that platform.
I was gonna say that's good for 5.56. That's impressive. I actually got rid of my optics. I went back to iron sights on mine.
Don't know both on the red dot.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So I can look through the red dot and see the iron sights, or turn up the visibility and see the red dot.
Okay.
That's what the military does on their M4s. So when I got these platforms, I just did the same thing.
So are you running an ACOG or what kind of red dot?
ACOG.
That dang. Those are inexpensive.
I sold it though yesterday.
Well, yeah, Yeah. Hopefully you got your money at least out of the ACOG. I mean.
Yeah, I broke even.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. And a private transaction. I mean, probably cash. So, I'm sure, right?
It was actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dangest thing.
I don't know. Yeah. It's a good guess.
Yeah. Oh, well, so I'm guessing since you just got home, I'm guessing you have some stuff to get done.
I do. So I am going to step out, but I am going to turn on DLive and listen to you and the fam for a little while. But
yeah, we're going to be, I think up next, we're going to be going over making the trigger for a spring pole snare. So I got
that sounds awesome.
I have a random stick here just sitting on my desk that we're going to carve up, and we'll show everybody how to make a trigger.
Awesome. So, hey, good to talk to you, Montana. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you. And anytime you want to hop in, buddy, you just let me know.
Roger that. Hey, take care.
All right, take care.
Bye, fam.
Bye. All right, well, that was fun. It was good to see Grot. Yeah. Can't wait for the day when he can speak a little more freely. Let's see. Spending some money? Yeah, just a little bit. So, Krusty, did you go get your rope yet there, bud? Wondering how long it takes you here. Yeah. I truly hope everybody's practicing this knot. It's going to become really important here soon. A lot of things that we're going to cover is dealing with this knot. Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm getting to the point where I'm almost there. I will be devil be damned kind of thing. You were in the hitching. What were you hitching there, bud? I'm wondering if you got your knot there ready, big boy. Can't take too long and wait for you. So you were saying, well, here, hold on a second. Let me switch over to the desk shot here. There we go. You were saying that you were having problems with this knot, Krusty, with the... We'll get to this here shortly. With the release on it. Are you still having problems? Just stumbled in. How's it going, Yoga Pants? I'm wondering if Krusty has that release figured up yet. Hey, Grot, thanks for the diamond there, bud. Think you got it figured out now? All right. Uh-oh. Well, Yoga Pants, I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad day. Not every day on the farm's fun, I know that. So how fast are you tying it there, Krusty? Yeah, this little release right here is the one I was talking about. And if you just take and rotate that down, it comes apart. I know Krusty was wanting to race on tying this. So, by the way, back scratcher. Oh, yeah. Done. Oh, man. I hope it didn't take you that long. Man from Snowy River. Yeah? Probably close. Oh, you'll get there, Krusty. You'll get there. But, yeah. In fact, we used it, or I used this today a little bit. Here. Flippin' headset is dead. Oh no. Yeah, once you practice it a bit, it's really easy. Let's see if I can get this to show up here. Anyway, we're going to talk about setting up a spring pole snare tonight. So since my ground around this place, you can probably tell there, is powdered dry. You look at this stuff right here, isn't that pretty? Comes up in a lump. I couldn't get the pole actually put in the ground. So I ended up cutting a larger stake here, driving that into the ground, and then lashing it to it. So you shouldn't always have to do this. But this little spring pole is about, I don't know, it's probably just over 6.5 feet tall. And you want it to be fairly stout, but have a good amount of spring in it. So you want to be using like, a green cut branch or a sapling, something along that lines. Then lash it to this other branch right here. Run a line up this way. If I have a shot. There you go. And what I do is I anchor my snare line here to the post. Then I randomly tie half hitches coming up. And the reason I do this is in case the animal breaks this spring pole, there's another set of line that's going to grab a hold down here before he takes off with everything. Or if he breaks it down, further down here, same thing, further down here, it just ain't going to get away. So, tie those on. Do a little bit better job. I needed to put a few more hitches like up in here. But this was a hastily put together setup here. And then this is that L7 that I talk about, the L7 trigger. So you have the line coming down from the spring pole here, ties onto your top trigger. This stake is drove in the ground where you're going to be setting your snare. And then you can kind of see they're just lightly in contact there holding. And pretending this is a game trail here, you set a couple of small sticks up to hold your loop. Put your loop in place. Comes over to the trigger right here. When Animule runs through, tightens up around their neck, trips the trigger, and then of course that spring pull gets vertical in a hurry, pulls the tension out, and if it's a big enough animal, of course it's going to keep the tension on them to where they can't bite the line. If it's a small enough animal, it will dispatch them in a hurry. And you can use this same setup for fishing. Put out your hand line, have it on the spring pole, then look to see. This line coming down, instead of going to your snare, would be going out to your baited line. Fish takes a bite, pulls the little toggle off, and away it goes. So I think what we're going to do tonight, in this case, I was using number 10 bank line or number 36 bank line. I have used wire on a snare pole. I really don't worry so much about suddenly flying fish. Yeah, I don't worry so much about wire because the line is usually above their head to the point where they can't really get to it to bite it. And that number 36 bank line has like a 500 and some odd pound breaking strength, so they got to pull pretty hard. Yeah. So we should probably try making those triggers. Let's see here. What you want to pick out, this is, of course, the ones that I had were about the size of my thumb. This one is about the size of your index finger, trigger finger. And we're going to get out, let's see here. We're going to get out the old Leatherman. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try to cut our trigger. Pardon me while I shake the whole desk. I don't think this desk was built for running a wood saw on it. Just saying. Uh-oh. We're getting some binding. Hold on. Alright. So now, we have a stake. And we have a trigger. Okay. Whipped out a huge cigar. No. No. Not this time, Aaron. Then about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 inch from the top, we're going to make a 90-degree saw mark. And we're going to stop about halfway through the branch. Okay. Right about there. Okay. So something like that. All right. Then I keep this knife especially for carving. Take a little short blade, and you just want to start taking layers off at about a 45-degree angle. And keep working your way back. Till you hit the bottom of that cut. Getting pretty close there. You don't want any high shoulders, so we're going to knock this down a little bit. Till you get down till you have a 7. Okay. Hey, Black Cat, how's it going? Something that looks along the lines of this. All right. Uncle Krusty, am I doing it right so far? Then what I do like to do on these, around the top. And the reason I like to round this top is so when you're driving it in, you don't mushroom everything out. You don't got a less of a chance of splitting the wood. And this is for any of the any steaks or anything you make, tent steaks or anything along that lines. Same thing. Round that top over so when you're hitting it down with the, either a mallet or the back of your axe or hatchet, you don't mushroom that top out so bad. All right, so we got one half of our trigger done. Now, mind you, we may have to adjust this a little bit as needed once you set your catch. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Figure out which way we want to that to grab. I think we're going to go this side. We're about halfway through there. What I'm doing here is I'm looking through you leave about 3/4 of an inch. I do that, but the only problem is then I can't get it as hair triggered as I'd like. Let's put it that way. But you leave, what he's saying is he leaves this quite a bit thicker. Check our fit. Yeah, we're getting pretty close there. You leave it thicker for a heavier spring pole, or it's just the way you've always done it? Is there a reason behind the 3/4 of an inch, or? All large game. I haven't had a problem with wind on these. As far as breaking that off. And basically, I don't want this to be, I don't know, in my mind, I don't want this to be super deep, just because I want a little more of a hairline trigger. In fact, I'll even set mine out like that to where they're just barely. Groundhogs get really big down there, evidently. So then, as far as affixing this to your line, I just ring this top with the knife like that. I have to hold this closer to my chest, so you'll have to forgive me because I don't feel like cutting my thumb. Oh, I don't know if you may be able to see it there. There's a small ring cut right there. And then why I cut that ring is, you notice as we're carving here, we get a nice sharp edge for that line to sit up against. It was kind of nice. I got to teach the 4-year-old today about making traps. He thought that was pretty fun. Yeah, I just kind of keep going around. I believe there's some guys out there that call this a beaver cut. Of the style of material you're removing. Looks a lot like a beaver chewed on it. Yeah, so you're looking for something clean that up a little bit here. It's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Okay. Have I ever made a box trap? Not out of wood. Made a box trap out of steel. Does that count? So, okay. There's all you need for the trigger mechanism on a spring pull. Drive this in the ground. Have this on your line. Put tension down in your spring pull. Lift up and hold. And when something pulls it, kicks out of there and away they go. And you can make these as sensitive as you'd like, basically just by adjusting these these shelves here. They take a little bit off of there, make them smoother to where they slip a little better. This one's a little undercut, so I would probably straighten that one out a little more. But keep in mind, you can go too far. Oh, the beaver tail cut for? I don't know what the beaver tail cut for. You're talking about this cut right here. That's what you're going to fix your line to, that comes down and holds on. Look in the here, and we'll flip back over to this one. See how that line goes around right here? And then that line comes right there and heads over to your snare. That's what that little beaver cut's for. Yeah. Now, if you want to set these more sensitive, you just move out to an edge. You know, set them offset like that, and it won't take much for that thing to go off. A little windier conditions, a little rougher conditions, set it in there to the inside. It takes a lot for that thing to tip off of there. The other thing you can do is bevel this head a little more on the top and bevel this head a little more. Then you don't have that full rock over before it takes off. It just basically moves to there and pink, comes off. But yeah, your sensitivity on this trap is basically where you put this trigger. Side, right in the center, just depends on how much meat is grabbing. Yeah. Everybody kind of get the general gist of a trigger spring pull? Any questions on that one? Flip back. I gotta switch my mic here. So I sound a little better. Wasn't that fun? Everybody gets it? No questions out there, huh? No, it don't take long at all. Well, you saw how long that took me. I mean, it doesn't take long at all to make them. And you can make a bunch of them. You know, especially if you're... if you're... not necessarily worried about the current laws. There you go. And you're wanting to set, especially like around a fish pond or something like that. You're wanting to set a bunch of them to put some dinner or food on your plate. You can make them up really quick. Get them locked up, ready to go, and well, AG, that's not good. Rusty, thank you for the rock there, bud. Yeah. What else should we do tonight? Let's see here. We don't have Tiana tonight. We don't have Mary P, so I don't think anybody wants to see anything with paracord. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, I was going to tie up a few monkey fists for my go bags, but... or get home bags, I should call them. Hey, Uncle Krusty, did you hear from Dixie Doodle at all today? Hopefully she's doing okay. She seemed pretty scared last night. I don't know. So how many folks are going to are really going to attempt making this spring pole? Just curious. You guys got to be practicing some of this stuff. A paracord cowboy hat. Ooh. No. That'd be so goddamn heavy it'd make your... Well, yeah. No. You've been offline all day? Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would thoroughly recommend getting out and practicing this. Doesn't take much. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I forgot you're up in that Canada land. You guys have regulations on everything. It seems like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't let the warden see it at the lake. Yeah, exactly. They get a little grumpy. But like I said, at this point, you know, when it when it comes down to where you're needing stuff like this, I'm not gonna give two shits what that warden thinks. I got you, Aaron. Well, if you're cutting saplings, you know, a lot of times cutting the saplings out will help the mature trees. Yeah, he's not going to come ask about it exactly when push comes to shove. A lot of them will be home taking care of their families, and I don't blame them at all. In reality, though, why couldn't you do this with a pole holder? You know, instead of the spring pole, use your fishing pole. Or a cane pole. Cane pole would be good. You'd have to get a fiberglass one, though, so it bends. Bamboo doesn't bend real well. It bends at the tip, but not as much as you're going to bend it over to set this thing. Been a while since we put anything in the chest. We should probably do that, huh? So, let's see. I had a friend of mine that was in the big city today. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you can be close by it, right? But I had a friend of mine that was in the big city today, and Sam's Club there was no toilet paper to be had. Here we go again, folks. And surprisingly, a lot of like the canned goods and stuff are disappearing, so I don't know. Might be nothing, might be just my imagination. Yeah, club with no toilet paper, exactly. I know all those container ships sitting off the port there in California is not a good thing. That's got to be expensive for those companies, you think about it. Have that freight just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. A 5 per limit on everything. Wow. I mean, remember, it wasn't that long ago, guys. We could buy as much of whatever the hell we wanted. Now you have limits on stuff. Mm-hmm. Guys ain't open yet. You need to get them open. Just saying. Well, Catherine. Thank you, thank you. AG and Grot, welcome back. Appreciate it, Catherine. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, it was, I don't know. Interesting times we're in. We've pissed off most of our allies. Australia's a shithole. I mean, they're going a little totalitarian over there. They're arresting people for not wearing a mask correctly, for God's sakes. I don't know. Then you have New York, that the new governor thinks she has some sort of godly mandate to make sure everyone gets vaccinated. Literally, that's what she was saying. At a, yeah. It is our time in history. I don't know. Gonna get interesting, folks. Yeah. It's kind of funny. They, same feller was in town and he stopped at one of the sporting goods stores and they actually had quite a bit of ammunition in stock. And he, you know, wanted to think about it, of course, just like the rest of us. We're on a budget. We got to figure out where everything is, where is the importance of everything. And he decided, oh, the hell with it, I'll go back and get some 12 gauge ammunition, because by the time he made it back, the ammunition he was going to buy was gone. Sold out same day. It's kind of interesting up here. And if it's here, it's got to be all over. I mean, Montana takes a while to catch up, so when we do, that means it's not good everywhere else. These are the time that try men's souls. Yeah, the wild Catherine strikes again. Hey, Furs, welcome. Catherine, thank you. Sit down and hang on, it's a shit show. I don't know. Troubling times that we live in right now. Hey, Catherine, how are things over in your neck of the woods? Really, Smokey? So are they just doing it in the bigger cities, or? Smokey, I'd like to get you on and talk with you a little bit about what's going on over there. Max 9, how's it going? Well said, Aaron. Ah. So what is going on over there, Smokey? Let's hear it firsthand. Is it not as bad as everybody's making it out to be, or what are you saying? Okay. And they're trying that here too, but I mean, as far as the okay. Yeah, 'cause I got to tell you, the news over here about Australia is sure as hell don't sound good. Not any place I'd want to be, let's put it that way. Yeah, Uncle, but I don't think it's necessarily working the way they want it to. It's getting a lot of people pissed off. Yeah, but Smokey, it's not going to get back to normal. Every time you give up freedoms, you don't get them back. They don't ever get rid of laws, they just make new ones. And more. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Wonder if I'm... Good luck. Am I kicked off of YouTube yet? No, still going strong. Look at that. That's right, Smokey. And let's be honest, we've done the same thing here, so... We started all the way back during the early 2000s.
Prozac.
We'll have to listen to that after a bit. You know. Could always be worse, I guess. UK, nice to see you. Yeah. We had a little fun tonight. Yeah, I'll have to shut off a few links before I can play that there, UK. Yep, Krusty. Yes, sir. So, everybody understand this? Get how it works? Gonna try it yourself? The funny part is, it's not very far from a figure 4 either. I don't know if you guys have played with those yet, but it would be more down here. Or a deadfall. Funny how nice of a joint that makes, too. Yep. Yes, sir. Small game. UK, you should have been here earlier. Max 99. Yeah. Trigger for a snare, or a spring stare. Snare. Ooh. Yeah, you can always watch the replay. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad joint for a log cabin. UK, you lived in the wild for some time? So you've probably made a few of these, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. Well, UK, do you got a mic and a camera? Mounted with a made bow. There you go. If you were camera and mic'd up, we'd set up a time for you to come on and talk to some folks, because I think stuff like this is going to be coming pretty important very soon. And Uncle Krusty, I'm going to have you on one of these nights. I'll give you a little forewarning so you can get some stuff together, but if you could show people how to make that nice. If you could show people how to make that penny snare lock, come in handy. If you're still out there listening and are so inclined. Yes, sir. UK, I don't know if do you know your caps lock is on? Well, I'm trying, sir. Hopefully people are listening. I know some folks are. And that's a good thing. Well, what the hell, Krusty? What are you waiting on? You just don't want to put your smiling face online, or what? Well, Smokey, I want to talk to you too. We need to get a bird's eye view of what's going on in Australia. Well, thank you, UK. Back at you. Yeah, instead of a media perspective, I would much rather talk directly with you. There you go. It's a good thing. You bought a USB mic but don't know how to use it? Well, yeah, why not? Smokey, what do you got for a PC? You'll have to forgive Krusty. He's practicing his bowling knot. Takes him a while to put it down and start typing again. The gaming desktop? Okay. Well, that'll work. Heck yeah, that'll work. Well, thanks, UK. Uncle Krusty, have you been able to put the rope down yet, or are you still sitting there playing with it? Tying kind of bowling. Yeah, Smoke, you should just be able to, if it's a PC, you know, Windows PC, you should just be able to plug into it, have it recognize it, and if not, switch to your audio settings and go into your audio settings and tell it to use the mic instead of the built-in. There you go. I can get the mic to work. Just got no idea how to call people. Well, hell, that's easy. Smokey, what I'll do is I can just send you a link to my restream, just like we did with Grot. And you can come on and you can be audio only, or you can go audio video. It's up to you. Yeah, I use Gmail for my a lot of my work stuff, but I do have a Proton Mail. I'll be setting up another one. Krusty's still here. How many times you tied that knot now? Wait till we do the one-handed one, where you're wrapping it around yourself for rescue. Then you'll really have something there. Well, that's okay. I don't need to see you that bad. But I would like to talk to you, Smokey, so maybe we'll set that up next week if you're around. Yeah, one-handed. If you're up for it. And UK, if you're still in here, I suppose I should be proactive here and getting Discord a little more set up. Bowling knot? This? Easy peasy. Most comedians do, Aaron. Do you guys want to see the bowling one more time? I truly hope you guys are practicing this. It's very important knot. I'm telling you. Alright. Max 9 wants to see it. Alright, hold on. Oh, let's get over here. Luckily I can do it without seeing my hands, so we're gonna go down to here. Alright. So we'll do it the Uncle Krusty way, the way that he said helped him. So I'm gonna make a 6. Line laying on top. See how it is? And then the rabbit goes out of the hole, around the back of the tree, back up through the hole. Pull it tight. Now the nice part about this knot, it doesn't matter how tight you pull it. all you got to do to release it, see this little cog right here? Gonna grab right here, push down just like a switch, lift up, and you can do this a couple times if you want, like a ratchet, and the whole knot's apart. So we're gonna do it again. Now, Aaron, I'll have to do that one on a video because you gotta wrap it around your back to do it. So make your 6. Okay. Out of the hole from the back. Around the back. Like that. Back up. Through the hole. You're not tight. Now, a couple of things about this knot. You're the bestest scoutmaster ever. You know, unfortunately, there wasn't enough people that took scouts. I was not one of them. I did not take scouts. Probably should have. But, again, tighten that damn thing down as tight as you want. Little cog right there. Little bump. Loosen it up. Push down. Loosens the whole knot. So hopefully, and it doesn't matter the size of the line. I mean, this is a pretty heavy line. I'm using it just so you guys can see it well. Seeing if I can find me some different lines. Oh. Let's do it in a little paracord here. So. What would you use this knot for? Okay, so for anybody that's ever doing this at the end of their rope, make an eyelet, tying a knot like that, stop it. First problem is, as soon as you put any tension on this line and that knot bites, you're never, I shouldn't say never, you're never going to get that knot out. Mighty Tord, I would do a different line than that. I would do, yeah. If I was doing a knot for old Tony, it'd look more like that one right there. That one would be perfect for him. But if you're tying this knot, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. This knot, if you're never going to take that loop out, great. But when it comes down to having to conserve, you're going to be conserving everything. Perfect for tiny burgers. So you're conserving everything, including your cordage. So having a knot that you can take out but still make a pretty good, well, still make a loop that doesn't slip is really important. Okay? You got the loop in the end, just like you wanted. Nice and tight. Same thing on this one. See our little switch right there, our little toggle. All you do is push down, whole thing loosens up. So, if you were to say, well, let's see, we have a stick here. Let's say you're wanting to make a ridge line running around a tree or running from tree to tree. So you tie your loop, right? Take that around your tree. Now, instead of pulling your line all the way through, what we're going to do is we're going to use a toggle stick. We're going to come in here, use the bottle as the tree. How's that sound? You're going to come in here. You're going to pull this line tight with the toggle in place. A little hard here on a plastic bottle. But that way, if you got to get out quick, fast, and in a hurry, you pull your toggle out, everything loosens up, away you go. The other thing you can use this for is, let's say you've lost your dog leash or your reins for your horses, right? Broke your reins, you're up in the back country, can't get out. So what you want to do is we're going to tie a little bit bigger bowline here. Give it plenty of room. Now you have a fairly wide opening here. Now you take your line. I'm going to pass this through on the bottle here. So this part goes around the muzzle. That part goes back to the ears. It becomes your lead. So you have a makeshift harness. Okay. And again, same thing here. You're wanting to take that knot out. Your little toggle there. Push down. And out it goes. Let's see, other uses for this knot. I need a different tree here. Hold on just a second. Move the mic out of the way here. Let's say that's your tree. Okay? You throw your rope around your tree. And most people would sit here and do a slip knot and all this happy horse shit. But if you're wanting just a quick anchor, okay, make your 6. How I did that, right? Say this line's going down to whoever you're trying to rescue down the hill. Make your 6. And you can do your bowline out in the open. And you now have an anchor point. And it just will not come undone. I pulled that pretty tight. I pulled it to the point where it's a V shape. Look how far that cinched up. Same thing. Grab that little toggle, pull down. So if you need an anchoring off point or something like that, outstanding for that. I'm going to see. I'm not going to say I can do it because I haven't practiced it in quite a while. Trying to figure out. Called an alpine butterfly, but I don't remember exactly. I think I got it here. Just basically a way to put a loop in the middle of a line. I didn't get it. I'll have to work on that one and show you guys. Max 9, you're glad you're tuned in tonight? Well, that's good. And then we can always talk about old Uncle Krusty's favorite. This is actually my favorite way to tie a ridgeline. It's called a prusik knot. Basically, you make a loop or a bite, and you can do just this, you know, looping it through and all that fun stuff, and you have a slip knot, right? Slides anywhere you want. Okay. Notice how easy that's sliding. But if you do a prusik knot, which means you take a turn here again, back down, third turn, come back down, tighten all these up, try to keep them as straight as you can. Something that kind of looks. And if you set your ridge line up ahead of time, once you've tied this on there, you don't ever have to take it off. Now Friday night we're gonna do. I think we're gonna be tearing apart the get home bags. You guys can kind of see what I do. All right, so this is the prusik knot. See how it doesn't slip? Grab it at the knot though, right? Real easy. As soon as you get any sideways tension. So, if you run this through the eyelet of your tarp on the ridge line, and then use this to tighten up your tarp, you tighten it up and this starts to pull, it's gonna hold. Get the idea? And when you want to let your tarp down, slide it back, give yourself some room, and away you go. That's the prusik knot. Yeah. I need to get rid of this sawdust before I make a total disaster here. Just a second here, we're gonna clean up. What else you guys want to do tonight? Gonna follow for sure. Well, that's good. We can always, let's see, what time is it here? 7, 8, 9 o'clock. UK, thanks for the follow. Go over my prep stream. I don't know what you mean there, Mighty. What? Go over my prep stream. Gotta help me out there, bud. Don't. Don't know what the prep stream is. Oof. Sorry, bud. Not going on tonight, so I got all night. Oy. Well, we got UK. We actually have quite a few in here. Ultraman, who is over on YouTube, or well, he was over on YouTube. I don't know if he still is. Oh, you're talking about my morning stream that I used to do? Yeah, we're starting to lean into more and more of that stuff. If you notice, guys, I've stopped playing music and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Ultra there, he's United States Army Ranger, so he's had a fair amount of outdoor training, I'm sure. AG, he's avid outdoorsman. Uncle Krusty is, I think Uncle Krusty actually used to be a critter getter, so he's done his fair share of trapping. A Marline spike hitch. I can. It is miserable to do it without having an ability to put tension in a line, but I can try. Are you talking the toggle style, or you come over on yourself? I'm trying to remember. Come through. I need a spike. There's a spike. Now I'm trying to remember, AG, what a Marline is. Yeah, there's a... basically a slip with a spike, isn't it? Are you talking the one... You're talking the one for, well, like this one. Good for ladders. I just had it. Okay. Thought that was the Marline, but... you twist it back on itself. Come up through. Go. Yeah, if you're pulling like, pulling a log, pulling heavy game or large game, but it's hard to do without having something pulling on it. But yeah, it saves your hands from rope burn, that's for sure. I'm trying to remember that Alpine butterfly. Can't remember it off the top of my head. No, this one under. I thought it went over. Up through the center. I don't think that's it though. No, it's a mess, but it's good not to know, because then you can put a loop anywhere in the... I'll have to research it. Yeah, Marline spike hitch is good for pulling. Well, good for pulling, good for actually putting a toggle anywhere in your line. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you got some tension to do it. You were just trying to stump me, weren't you, AG? I see how you are. Hey, Uncle Krusty, thank you. Black Cat, welcome aboard. Sit down, strap in. Hold on, it's a shit show ride. What else you got? Oh yeah, there's a ton of knots. Yeah, we have a bunch of official MFers. The Wild Irish Rose, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh. UK, you hang around long enough, there's probably a few guys in here that can teach you that too. I only know how to make like the hard ciders and stuff. I've never went full distilling yet. But a nice, crisp, hard apple cider, oh, hard to beat. Well, Uncle Krusty, should we go crazy and try to tie a... since you're not going on tonight, you bastage. Should we try to tie a monkey fist? FG knots. That is. Runny son. Oh yeah. Oh, FG for fishing style or the fishing knot. Good. God, it's been a long time. Smokey, I'll have to do some thinking on that one. I used to. I haven't tied it for so long, sir. I would hate to even try anymore without practice. You're talking about where they basically half hitch over each other, and then you trying to think. You twist both sides, run your lines up through the twists, and then tighten down to where they bite onto each other. Japanese square knot? Square knot? You want me to tie a square knot? I guess we can. Yeah, Chinese finger trap. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Do I need enough to tie a little bit here? Turn the ends back, and I'm gonna grab a different color so it's a little easier to see what we're doing. Tying the same. UK, you taking off? All right, UK. Have a good night, sir. And yeah, we'll get together. We're gonna do I have to do an outdoor show one of these times. All right. Back to lurking. All right. Well, good dinner. Okay. Japanese square knot. Right, you going to bed? Quite confused. Night, good morning, whatever it is there. So, okay. Japanese square knot, usually you have to have 2 lines. And you are going to make an S. 1 line. Just a little place to stick. A little bit. And then S with the other knot, other line. Over, under, over. This one, it would didn't center my lines. All right. All right, you have a good night. Enjoy your family. Keep us up to date on the whole gun thing. Losing center. All right, so we have that S. Remember correctly, the hardest part is started. Try to tighten all this. Basically, each corner. Ooh. Tight. There you get. Where? Out there. Now, to keep this running, what I want to do is switch sides. your lines. This one was blue on top there, or under. Over. This knot is actually really good for me. Handles. Keychain handles. Anything that needs a little stouter. Greens are always moving. Blues changing sides, but they're AG, how are we doing so far? Not you were thinking of? So the greens move again. Under. Under. Nah, paracord ain't the best for this. It does look the pretty. Kind of see that stack that's use any rope to make. Oh, you can use only rope. What you have to worry about is abrasion against the rope. Like I just made a mess? What? Yeah, you can can use rope for just hoist. But you have to watch, make sure that you're not braiding your rope as you're lifting. It can work. Not the best, but it can work. Yeah. Keep going. You guys get better picture of what's going on. Paracord definitely a little stiff for doing this, not, but. Once you get it, actually have a decent look to it. Now you can see where that square All right, Smokey, we'll catch you later, bud. This is actually a pretty good knot for heavy lanyard. Something that you gotta. Oh, Rusty taking off? Thing. Now you are an official MFer. Ultraman must have got lonely over on YouTube. I think he was the only one there. So you guys can see how that keep tying or not. You can see how that becomes a pretty good handle. Purchase on. Got some stretch to it. That was the knot you were thinking of, AG, but that's the square knot I know. You're still. I appreciate it. So, I'm going to keep tying that, or have I successfully earned the right to say that I know the square knot there? Smack somebody. It can be a useful knot. It's got a little impact to it. See where this would come in handy is that knot leading into a monkey fist at the end. Purchase on it. Pretty textile, so it doesn't come out of your hand real easy. And it's got decent ability after it's tied. Aaron, I can tell you that I tried to make a whip once, and it was so time consuming that you're talking hours and hours. Make an actual 9-strand whip or 12-strand whip. Pay somebody else to do that. Yep. Yeah, I actually have a I have a 12-strand it's either 12 or 14 foot bullhide whip. Got a 9-tails? Yeah. That'll work. Give me just a second, folks. I gotta step away for just a minute. Fun being a dog owner. Uncle Krusty, how come you're not going on tonight? Have other things to do? Ah, it's easy to crack a whip. Really easy to hit yourself in the shoulder with it, too. And let me tell you, that hurts like a mother. All right, so we went over, let's see, a micro fishing kit, building slingshots. Need a decent night's sleep. I don't blame you there, bud. Take your ear off, yeah. Yeah, I'd come close. Yeah. Let's see. We built a survival bracelet. Built a survival dog collar bracelet. Or dog collar leash. Dog collar. Why the hell am I saying collar leash? What the hell's wrong with me? We've did the knot to start them all. The bowline. Daisy needs uncle. There you go. Done the snake knot. Yeah, I don't know how many times I cracked myself in the back of the shoulder. Ooh. It stung. Not fun. I'll be right back. All right. Oh yeah, yeah. Once you understand where that whip breaks the sound barrier at, aiming it's not the hard part. Head of the trophy deer. I don't know if this camera will get up that high. Oh, maybe. Maybe. There's the mule deer. He's not a trophy. He was just... Oh, he's just an oddball. He's really tall. Yeah. Montana mule deer. You like his ears? Yeah, they kind of have a goofy ear. Back down. Actually, no. I'm not a fan of mule deer. Not as far as taste, anyway. Now I got a whitetail hanging over on the other wall, but I can't bring him over here. He's a trophy. He's a 160s plus. There's, well, let's see. What do you have? You got whitetail, mule deer, blacktail. Would you put red stag? Red stag might be the half there. Yeah, there's quite a few. I was just wondering to myself if Hunter deer died of disease, more will die for Coos, yeah. I was gonna say, I think moose and elk are in the deer family. Aaron, I did see that. It's called chronic wasting. And it's a problem that we have down here. Yeah, there's chronic wasting and blue tongue. Blue tongue's a horrible disease. Ugh. I would not want to go that way. blue tongue, their tongue actually swells up to the point they can't drink, and they slowly die of dehydration. Why anybody that tells you that hunting is cruel, they don't understand it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nature is a fickle bitch. There's no two ways about it. Well, I don't know if it's... Eventually they're earned, I guess. But... Okay, in a lot of ways, I agree with you. Uh-huh. Yeah, AG, that's... Yeesh. I'd have shot the owl and ate the rabbit. And if anybody's ever heard a rabbit in distress... Ugh. Sounds like a crying kid. No, not necessarily. We don't... There's actually not a lot of feedlots here in Montana. In the winter, you'll roll out a bale for them. But if you're talking the kind of feedlots where they're standing in their own slop for days and days and days, no, we don't do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used Lightning Jack and Baby Cottontail. Those were my two favorite sounds on the old electric call, or electronic call. Then if you really want to get everything's attention, you hit a magpie too. No. They're still in the pastures. Undercover. Yeah, no. Maybe them boys out east do that. I don't know. Hell, I've even been to quite a few feedlots out here that ain't undercover, that's for sure. Cats and heat, yeah. That can get annoying. I don't know. Smokey, I don't know where that would be, because most of the time, if those animals are out, they're coming accustomed to that weather as the seasons change, so I don't know. I guess if it's like fall calving, you might bring them in. But that's just so the calves don't freeze. I don't know. But yeah, hell, even the calves are in Nepal. Okay. They do weird shit there, evidently. Well, what the heck? Paul never got the memo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, AG, that's kind of... dairy cattle, I guess, they keep undercover, but... that's more for the milking process than it is for climate. I don't know. Yeah. So Uncle Krusty's not going on tonight. Gosh dang it. See how he is? Now he's got all the heat on me. You got some pretty shitty lambs there, bud. There's quite a few lambing operations between... No, Montana's got a few. Not anything compared to cattle, but Wyoming's got a bunch, and it gets pretty damn cold there, and they don't, they just put on a thicker coat of wool. Of course, lambs are so goddamn stupid that... you... We always used to joke that if you had a lambing operation, you had to build a round barn so the son of a bitches didn't find a corner to die in. No, didn't go over my head. I got you. Night, Aaron. You have a good night. Glad to see you around, bud. Ultraman, I guess I would say oneth by... wasn't it oneth by land? Hard to come toeth by sea when you're in Montana. Sheep grazers warnings. Oh. All right, it's not funny. Not funny. No, I thought it was actually kind of humorous, but There you go. Get yourself a rope. I know you're not joking, Smokey. It's just... Well, it's a different climate. I guess, to be honest with you, if we put our critters down in Australia, they probably wouldn't do well because of the heat. So it just tickles my funny bone to think that the idea that a sheep, something that makes wool for, it's being able to stay alive. Well. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having trouble with this. So, the critter that makes stuff to keep us warm can't figure out how to keep warm on its own down in Australia? What the hell? Need to acclimate them sumbitches a little better. I mean, it gets cold in Australia, doesn't it? I mean, not super frigid cold, but I would think it gets cold. Yeah, there you go. I don't think you could process them there, Uncle Krusty. I don't know. In a freeze-thaw scenario, I don't know if they'd be worth... Huh. Oh, Smokey. It never gets cold, and I'm just thinking, okay, Australia comparatively in the southern hemisphere is... That's crazy. Well, you guys are just in a different climate. I don't know. Smell it. That's crazy. Yeah? I mean, it's horrible to think that an animal can't adjust. Well, you better hurry up and put them sumbitches under cover, Hell, ours go through... Our cattle go through 100-degree weather, and they go through minus 45, minus 50 with a wind chill. You might lose an ear or two or dock a tail, but... Need to grow them sumbitches a little stronger down there, evidently. Reminds me of a joke. You know why they use woven wire for sheep fence? You guys know what wire is, right? Square. Old fence. If you turn their head just right, you can get them locked in there. Oh, hell. Well, I don't know, since Uncle Krusty ain't going on, should I fire up music tonight? It's kind of a special night. We got Catherine over here. We got Ultraman showed up. Grot was on earlier. He was hanging out and talking. A lot of sapphires. There's more sapphire to the south of me. Actually, really close to the capital, Helena. There's a few sapphire mines down there. You can go hunting. The Yogo. Yogo's a big deal in Montana. Yogo sapphires. And then over on the Idaho border, you can get into, what the hell do they call those? I think they're a fire, like a fire. Either a fire or a star sapphire or something like that. But yeah, over here, you know, it's not too far away from me. You can get into sapphire. Ah, a rockhound you are. There you go. How come you stopped? Found all the fire opal. There you go. Not a sapphire, an opal. Thanks, AG. Ultraman has found all the gold in California. Kids take too much time. Yeah, I hear you there, bud. We gotta take them kids gold mining. Rivera is typing in large letters. Just north of Helena was the prettiest part of Montana. Trigger Uncle Krusty by talking about fire opals. Yeah. Paul, how much have you seen of Montana? There's parts up around, like Flathead in that area. They get pretty nice. Actually, if anybody goes over and sees the giant cedar forest. Oh yeah, the east side's the east side's a bit of a desert. Yeah, north of Helena's pretty good. Well, thanks, Black Cat. Oh, Smokey, I hope you're kidding. Yes, Montana is a place. And it's a place with no vacancies. Yeah, we're in flyover country and I like it that way. That's for damn sure. You do own an Atlas. Well, that's good. Hopefully it's a world atlas. Still sitting here dicking around tying knots. Yeah, overflowing. Flathead Lake was meh. Southwest corner, yeah, going through, like 4th of July and stuff like that, heading over to Washington. Well, Idaho and Washington. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have got to the Cedar Forest. Sounds like you were mostly on interstate. Speak good English for a European. Well, aren't you guys technically European? Isn't that how you got your start? Bunch of prisoners. A bunch of prisoners now. Australia, not Austria. Australia always intrigued me. Okay, I had a friend of mine that's from New Zealand, and he hates being called an Australian. Of course, we always called him Aussie. He didn't like that. Then I started calling him Kiwi. He likes that better. Well, now wait a minute. You drove to Eureka and you still think, I don't know, Eureka's pretty nice. Eureka's pretty in the wintertime anyway. You go over kind of southwest of Polson. You can get into some interesting cedars. They're kind of our little version of the giant redwoods. They're pretty big. Here we go again. 32 people in here and I'm just sitting here bullshitting and tying knots. How does this happen? Understood why they don't like. Oh, I don't know. We have the same stuff happen here. Thing is, you guys are so similar that you can't stand each other. New Zealanders are just a little more passive. No, not kiwi fruit. It's the kiwi bird. The little bird with no wings. The symbol of the New Zealand Air Force. Smokey might get that one. Never getting to bed? Yeah, no kidding. is gooseberry. Kiwis are not as particular on race. No. Nope. Can fly. Maybe I'm misspeaking. Does New Zealand finally have an air force? If not, Peckerhead in office will give you one. Oh, he's in lockdown territory. He's in Melbourne. The home of lockdowns. Mashed up cute. Huh? Smokey, wouldn't that kind of make a ceviche, though? Kind of pre-cook it before you cook it? Is there a lot of citric acid in kiwi? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. World record holder for the longest lockdown. Yay! Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. Very high in vitamin C. Huh. Yeah, I would think that would... Oh, kiwi's not acidic enough. Huh. Interesting. Tied this damn knot so many times my hands hurt. Shooting for muscle memory. Participation trophy. Try the next time I have some fresh squid. Not a lot of fresh squid up here in Montana. State of despair. Cell block V. Cell block 5. Yeah. Rusty, you still holding that rope? like teasing him. Pick it up. Alright, I'm confused. Paul says the cops beat him up, not wearing a bike helmet. Alright, Ultraman. You have a good night, sir. You have a great tomorrow. And we'll probably catch you back here Friday, hopefully. Put it down, response. Let's see how you are. Hey, Ultra, you coming on one of these nights? Are we going to get you back on here audio-wise? I will set it up with you if you're up for it. Alright, bud. Oh. Still doing just practicing and bowling. Oh. Tying it over and over and over again so I can get muscle memory and not have to think about it. What are you laughing at, Uncle Krusty? Laughing at me slowly going insane, just sitting here tying a knot over and over and over again? I am gonna have to put it down though. So, am I the only one that's thinking the way I'm thinking? The shit's just gonna get out of control here real soon. Making the wrong kind of knot. Well, Uncle, let me do the true test here. Try to keep it up. Close your eyes. Muscle memory comes in handy. Yeah. Yeah. Uncle, you can't do it with your eyes closed yet? Come on now. Oh, looking. Well, either your diet sucks or your stress levels. Mm-hmm. Well, hell. Yeah, you can even do it in the dark. Oh, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Three hours and 15 minutes of me sitting here rambling. Hopefully you guys get anything out of today's show? Is this all a waste of time and we're just playing in the Matrix? Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was all sunshine and rainbows, but... all I can hope. You're easily bored? That's good. You find it interesting. Oh, yeah. You know, we can do a video on processing. We'd have to... can't have it on YouTube. Yeah, that was one thing old Kenny Rogers forgot, was that whole stand and fight. I might be able to do it this year. Farther shot I would take at a rabbit with a slingshot. Well, I can tell you, 20 to 25 yards still has a fair amount of energy. I'd say 20 yards being safe. But let's face it, most of the time, you can get up on a rabbit 10 to 15 yards away if you're quiet, know what the hell you're doing. Well, a 204, yeah, that'll do it at 250 yards. Oh. All right. Well, like I said earlier, there's no way out of this. Got to stop telling yourself we're going to get out of this. There is no out of this. Only thing you have now is a way forward. That's up to you to chart. How do you want to move forward? I'm doing it by educating you guys, well, hopefully educating you guys and brushing up on my skills. Getting my stuff together. Myself ready. I got the green light from the wife to purchase a wood stove. So we'll be putting one of those in here shortly before the weather turns too nasty. We'll probably do a video on that, or just a short video on it. How to. And just all around trying to get myself ready. Get myself to the point, get myself and my family and my friends to the point where it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, they're trying to ban wood in some states. It ain't gonna happen here. You know what? I'm getting to the point where you can tell me shit's banned all you want. I don't care. Yeah, Oregon gets cold in places. Remember I told you I was going to put this damn knot down and stop? Still sitting here. Over and over. Yeah. Get the wood stove put in. Gather up a few cords of firewood. Like 4. You know, I'm okay with following rules that are sensible. No, not a court, a cord. Cord of firewood is 8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot high. Just a measurement. Yeah, I'm okay with following rules that make sense. I am not okay with following stupid rules. .86 quarts in a gallon? What? We could always talk about rods. You want to measure land in rods? Well, Smokey, how would you guys measure firewood? Volume? Weighing things in stones. Yeah. And yet we're the confusing ones. You buy firewood by weight. Now hold on a second. Why in the hell would you buy firewood in weight? Of course, you guys probably don't buy cord of wood. Guessing. Well, then I guess it would make sense, but man, you can get into some hardwood that get expensive on you in a hurry. Well, yeah, in different amounts, but it's firewood for Christ. Good point there, Uncle. Yeah. That's true. But if you have somebody that's stingy with the cord of wood, you just don't buy from them again. Free market, my man. Interesting. But heck. Think about getting the heck off of here. Somebody stepping on the scale there, Smokey. All right, Catherine. Actually, you want to hang around just a little bit longer? I was going to pop the chest here. We can get that bugger opened up here. Open now. Catherine, thank you for the diamond. Dear, dear. Always a sweetheart. Hope we'll see you around more often, but I know real life comes up. Uncle Krusty got 85. AG 49. Black Cat 36. Mighty Torque 28. Turn 24. Thank you. Good job, guys. Anywho, suppose I should probably get my butt off of here and get ready for tomorrow. Still tying this frickin'. Catherine, thank you for gifting the sub. Paul Rivera, welcome. You are an official MFer now. Short, thanks for the ice cream. Lemons? Some more lemons? All right. Well, thank you all for the donations tonight. Appreciate it. If you get a chance, head over and check out my website. It's montanafree.net. By the way, we have another affiliate that we're working with, and we'll be talking about that soon. We'll probably bring that up on Friday. But yeah, we have website, montanafree.net. You can always join the Subscribe Star. You can give through the Cash App or just hang out here and have a good time. Show's free no matter what you do. I appreciate everything you guys do. Like hanging out here. It's been a fun time. Decent night. And I suppose we should probably bid adieu. So I'll catch you all later. Remember, keep your heads up, keep your head on a swivel, put on the armor of God, and everything is probably going to be okay. We'll catch you all later.